headlines. The first plenum of the 15th National Assembly closed. Leaders of Cần Thơ City check COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control tests in Omom and Phong district. Cần Thơ City decided to establish a medical concentrated quarantine site at the People's Police University in Bình Thủy district. Hello, it's great to see you back here in this edition of Cần Thơ News and Top News today. After 9 constant, speedy, serious, democratic, united, intellectual, and responsible working days, the first plenum of the 15th National Assembly closed on the afternoon of July 28. Previously, the National Assembly voted for the passing of resolutions on ratifying the appointment of deputy prime ministers, ministers, and other members of the government, ratifying the proposal of the state president on the list of vice chairpersons and members of the Defense Security Council. With the approval of most deputies, the National Assembly ratified the appointment of 4 deputy prime ministers, including Phạm Bình Minh, Lê Minh Khái, Vũ Đức Đam, and Lê Văn Thành. Hence, the government in the 2021-2026 tenure will have 27 members, less than 1 member compared to the 14th National Assembly. Giving conclusive remarks, National Assembly Chairman Điền stated that, being highly aware of the great obstacle and challenges posed by the COVID-19 epidemic, the National Assembly and its deputies have highly promoted their spirit of responsibility, renovation, creativity, and contributed meaningful proposals to the National Assembly to consider, pass, and promulgate 30 resolutions. The National Assembly has also completed its decision on the organizational structure, election, and ratification of top positions of the state apparatus, while decided on a system of 5-year plans in 2021-2025, laying the foundation for national development. The National Assembly also straightforwardly pointed out shortcomings in all disciplines, analyzed and predicted the chances and challenges for the country in time to come, and determined the core missions in the last 6 months for government's implementation. On the morning of July 28, Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Văn Hồng came to check COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control tests in Omom district. From July 14 to 5 p.m. July 27, Omom district has recorded 47 COVID-19 patients. The district proactively imposed lockdown, timely zoned off, traced F1 and F2 individuals, while sampled 6,500 people for infection testing in the community, and established 2 concentrated quarantine sites. In the past time, the Front and Political Social Organization mobilized sponsors to assist the areas under lockdown, quarantine sites, and disadvantaged households in the area. 13 bringing the market to the street models and 1 price stabilization marketplace were organized to respond to people's demands for food. However, the capacity of the district health sectors is limited in terms of infrastructure and equipment for pandemic prevention and control. Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Văn Hồng highly valued pandemic prevention and control tests in Omom district, while reminded the locality to supervise key areas, ensure safety in community infection test sampling, continue to trace zoning off to detect high-risk individuals among the community. Member of the Municipal Party Committee Permanent Board, cum standing Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Nguyễn Xuân Hải, has just come to check COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control tests in Phong district. According to the report, to July 27, Phong district has recorded 22 COVID-19 infection cases. By tracing, 115 F1 individuals have been detected and 467 F2 individuals are under home isolation. The district has put 12 locations in Giai Xuân, Nhân Ái, and Trường Long under lockdown to curb transmission. There are 3 concentrated quarantine sites and 1 quarantine site with fees in the areas that have received 144 people, while 235 people have completed their quarantine period. The field hospital located at Phong Medical Center with a capacity of 150 beds received 1 patient for treatment. In addition, the district mobilized 8,400 people to submit health declaration and organize the injection of over 1,170 doses of COVID-19 vaccine for frontliners in pandemic prevention and control, with 363 people having received both shots. Acknowledging these efforts, Standing Vice Chairman of the City People's Council Nguyễn Xuân Hải requested the locality to focus on directing the strict implementation of Directive Number 16 of the Prime Minister, not letting its guard down, urgently grasping the situation, tracing, zoning, and putting out infection clusters as soon as an infection case is detected. Along with that, publicity tests shall be posted so that people are well informed, promote the strength of the community COVID-19 prevention groups, and check to timely assist people affected by COVID-19 epidemic and natural disasters. On July 27, Cần Thơ City People's Committee decided to establish a medical concentrated quarantine site at the People's Police University in Bình Thủy district. This quarantine site makes use of the dormitory of the People's Police University in Bình Thủy district, which has 160 rooms that can quarantine 400 people. Essentials like blankets, nets, sleeping mats, pillows, and products for personal use are fully equipped. The concentrated quarantine site is designated for organizing concentrated quarantine for officers and soldiers of Cần Thơ City Public Security, mobile police regiment, and staff of departments and sectors in Cần Thơ City that are at risk of SARS-CoV-2 infection. Infrastructures for concentrated quarantine tasks was prepared as stipulated, ensuring safety. On the afternoon of July 27, leaders of Cần Thơ Field Hospital, located at Bình Thủy District Medical Center, presented the hospital discharge document to 5 people who have recovered from COVID-19 infection. 5 patients that have recovered have no fever, coughing, or difficulty breathing. They were tested negative for SARS-CoV-2 2 times in a row. After being discharged, the patients will undergo 14-day home quarantine with their health conditions self-monitored. They will be tested for SARS-CoV-2 again on the 7th and the 14th day, as stipulated by the Health Ministry. According to the Health Department's report, a total of 15 patients have recovered from COVID-19 and were discharged from the hospital. To assist and support produce consumption of businesses, cooperatives, cooperating groups, and household businesses in this challenging time of social distancing following Directive Number 16 of the Prime Minister, Cần Thơ City have just promulgated Official Dispatch number 2945 on promoting produce consumption in the city area. Accordingly, the chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee tasked the Industry and Trade Department with managing and coordinating with concerned officers and units to connect and promote the consumption of produce for the city's residents. Implement the plans in supermarkets, convenience stores, price stabilization marketplaces, bringing the market to the street models, continue to connect to support produce consumption and open mobile selling booths. The People's Committees of the district are tasked with checking and itemizing the amount of produce that is not yet consumed. Representatives of businesses, cooperatives, cooperating groups, and household businesses and submit the list to the Industry and Trade Department for collection. Coordinating with the Transport Department and the Agriculture and Rural Development Department and relevant units to support the businesses in transporting goods. Businesses, companies, and supermarkets in the city shall pay attention and coordinate to ensure timely produce consumption for farmers. On the morning of July 28, the Interdepartmental Inspectorate of Cần Thơ City, including the Industry and Trade, Health, Agriculture and Rural Development Departments, came to check the marketplaces that sell essential goods at stabilized prices and the models of bringing the market to the street in Ninh district. The inspectorate checked 3 sales venues with stabilized prices at Hoàng Tới Restaurant, at Cần Thơ Stadium in Cái Khế Ward, and the model of bringing the market to the street located in area number 3 in An Nghiệp Ward. Inspection contents include compliance with the 5K recommendation in COVID-19 prevention and control and the quality of the food displayed for sale. The inspectorate collected samples of 12 products including pork, shrimps, octopuses, fresh noodles and rice noodles, cabbages, and other produce to perform quick tests. Most of the food sold at the marketplaces met food hygiene and safety requirements, but borax was detected in the shrimp sold at the Bringing the Market to the Street model in area number 3 An Nghiệp Ward. The inspectorate requested concerned units to promote supervision to ensure customers' rights. The inspectorate will come to check other locations selling essentials and bringing the market to the street models in other districts in the future. Coming up next, let's have a look at the updated weather forecast. And that's all we have for today's edition of Cần Thơ News. To watch the bulletin again, please log on to our website at canthtv.vn. And now, thank you so much for tuning in. Goodbye and see you next time.